Paul writes these words, I charge you in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus, who is to judge the living and the dead, and by his appearing and by his kingdom, preach the word. Be urgent, in season and out of season. Convince, rebuke, and exhort. Be unfailing in patience and in teaching. This is In Season and Out of Season, a Bible teaching ministry with Father Tom DiLorenzo.
Good day, it's Father Tom, and I am glad to be with you today. I want to tell you a little bit about Christmas. Christmas, at around our dinner table, we had about 30 people. People from everywhere. Some people had no place to go, and so they came to our house. People of every walk of life, every color, every nationality. Well, there were 30 of us. Well, I went to bed afterwards because I was really tired and slept for an hour or two. In the evening, I just wanted to do something different. So what did we do? I said, let's go to the movies. Now, little did I know that when we went to the movies, I was going to see the fulfillment of a word that I gave in 1990. That we live in a post-Christian era. But I never thought it was this bad. So we went to the movies to see that Tom Cruise film. Don't even bother. It's not good. And so we went, and what do I see? I see all these young people, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of young people, of every color, of every race, of every age, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. It was amazing, totally amazing. It's Christmas. And you say, what are you doing in the movies on Christmas? I'm going to tell you, I needed to do something different. Let me also tell you this. My big thing wasn't that they didn't go to church. That wasn't my big thing. I never would expect them to go to church. But listen what my big thing was. My big thing is these young people were at the candy store, at the movies, buying fried dough and everything else you can think of to eat. And I said to myself, my Lord, not only is Christianity gone, but they never sat around the table with their family today as a family day. Never mind Christmas, as a family day that everybody has off. Everybody has off. And they never even sat around the table today with a family. And I was completely aghast. Why? Well, I knew that the church, sold the farm for $0. But I'm saying, even more basic than the church is the family. And that there is absolutely no family life when everybody has a day off, not even to sit around the table and look at each other. I thought it was so sick that the basic building block of society, that is the family, is completely destroyed. I said, oh my Lord, when I said in 1990 that it was a post-Christian era, little did I know that it was a post-family era too. And if you destroy the family, you destroy the culture. You destroy the nation. You destroy everything. I had a wake-up call that it was a lot worse than I've ever thought that it was. I wouldn't expect these young ones to be at church. We've lost them, starting with my generation. But I would expect them to be around the table, just being with those they love. How did I know they went around the table? Because we couldn't eat anything. We couldn't even eat. I love popcorn. I love popcorn. It's the best. I love popcorn at the movies. It's the best. But I couldn't buy popcorn. I couldn't deal with it. Had eaten. I didn't want anything else. But there, and I have an appetite, believe me. There they are buying fried dough and pizza and everything else. And I'm saying, no family time. Well, yesterday we celebrated the Feast of the Most Holy Family, probably the only functional family that there's ever been, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. But let me also tell you this. I came from a dysfunctional family, and you know what? You did too. But let me tell you this. At least we ate together, and at least I knew that if anything was wrong, my parents would rather have it be wrong to them rather than to be wrong to me. When I started to take seizures, my mother wished that it had happened to her and not to me. You see, I tell you, I might have come from a dysfunctional family, and so don't we all. But I had a family that I ate with and that I knew would be there for me. Even though they disagreed with me, even though sometimes they were absolutely wrong in how they treated my decisions, but I still knew they were there for me. Now there is no family. The basic building block of the world is gone. Now we have virtual reality. People will be looking on the computer, virtual reality, when they have reality sitting across their table. You have reality in front of you. You have your children, you have your wife, you have your husband. You see, you have reality there, but no. We do not want reality. We want virtual reality. We need to look at computers. We need to be playing with games. We need to be doing this. We need to be doing that. We do not communicate. I tell you, our country is absolutely falling apart. First of all, because of the family. And second of all, which really is first of all, we have thrown Jesus Christ out the window. Let me tell you, 50 years ago, now 50 years ago, in the scheme of time, it is not a long time ago, okay? That's not a long time. 50 years is not a long time. Even I know that one, okay? In history, it's like a pimple on an elephant's back, all right? And I'm going to tell you there are lots of pimples on an elephant's back. 50 years means nothing. 50 years ago, families sat down and ate together. 50 years ago, even if the parents didn't go to church, the children did. 50 years ago, we were able to read the scriptures in the public school. I call them government schools. 50 years ago, we learned all the Christmas carols and all the theological story that, he died to give us second birth. Even though we didn't know what it meant, we sang them. We found out soon what second birth was. We found out. The three kings that, myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume, all who rest in the cold, cold tomb, that he would die. Oh yeah, we learned all the Christmas carols. Every single one of them. I used to be the one that used to lead them. Because I like to sing. And we learned them all. We learned, oh come all you faithful, in Latin. That's how I know it. I learned it in government school, in a school called public. In the school 50 years ago, we used to have mangers. Oh yeah, nobody disagreed with mangers, They knew that this was Christmas. 50 years ago,